Hello guys, welcome back. Now in this session we are going to look into another type of plot that is also used for correlation identification, and that is called pairwise plot. So let's look into what actually the pairwise plot is and how we can create the pairwise plot. So guys, first discuss about which data set we are going to use for this particular example. So for this example we are going to use, there is a very renowned data set that is called iris data set. Iris is a kind of a flower which has three variety and it looks something like this. So this is the iris flower which has three variety. One is versicolor, another one is setosa, third one is virginica. And if you closely look into this picture, then you will find that it contains two information. One is the sepal and second one is the petal, and in each three category the length of the sepal and the petal is varying, and these sepal and petal length helps us to identify in which category of iris flower belongs to, whether it is a versicolor, whether it's a setosa, and whether it is a virginica. And it is one of the mostly used data set that is used for learning purpose. Whenever you are starting your journey with machine learning, this is the first data set you are going to learn, and that is used to explain many concepts of machine learning with the help of this data set. So now let's proceed further. So now we have understand what actually the data set we are going to use for this particular example. So let's proceed further and load the data set and create a data frame. So here we are going to follow the same steps which we have been following. So now here I have already copied and pasted the first step, shift enter. In the second step I am going to use Seaborn library. Now to get the data set, Seaborn offers us iris dataset inbuilt. So whenever if you are installing Seaborn library, so it will come along with Seaborn library. To create the data frame, you need to tell that sns dot load underscore data set, and here you need to specify iris, and to shift enter, then you will find that it has given us these 5 variables where we have sepal length. Sepal, I already mentioned that this part of the flower is called sepal, and this variable holds the length of sepal, and sepal width, this contains the width of the sepal. Another variable we are having the petal length. Petal I already mentioned. So the leaves of this particular flower is called petal, and this variable contains the petal length, and this variable contains the petal width. And on the basis of their length and width, it identifies that whether the flower belongs to setosa or whether it belongs to virginica, and whether it is belongs to versicolor. So guys, let's look into the plot which we wanted to draw it over here. So let's look into the picture. So for this particular example, we are going to draw this plot, and it will give us the complete information about the correlation information of sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. So with the help of this, you can easily identify that how the distribution of the sepal and petal length for each of the iris flower. And here you will find that the setosa is represented with the blue color, and with orange color we are representing the versicolor iris flower, and with green color we are having virginica. So guys, this plot is very useful to identify all possible pairs of numerical variables, and it is one of the mostly used tool while doing the exploratory data analysis and when we are performing the bivariate analysis. So now let's proceed further and let's write the code to generate this plot. So for this example, we don't have much requirement to prepare our data, as our data is pretty much straightforward. If you will see it over here, all the variables is the continuous variable, and species we are having the categorical variable. So for this I'm going to skip the third step as it is not required for this particular example. So let's proceed to the fourth step, and for this we need to write the code. So we need to press B, and over here we need to specify first step, get the figure. We will tell that figure plot dot figure, and here we need to specify the size, and here you need to specify the size of the plot, and DPI it is going to be 80. Now next, to generate the pairwise plot, we are going to use Seaborn pair plot, and the data which we wanted to use is the data frame which we have created, and here we need to tell that df. Then we need to specify that what kind of plot I wanted. Within that pair I am going to tell that scatter, and hue I wanted to specify the, my column would be the species, and here there is another variable I need to specify. There is another parameter I need to specify, plot underscore kws, and it contains the dix, that is dictionary, size equal to 80, edge color equal to white, and the line width I want to keep 2.5, and at last plot dot show. So here for this particular example we don't have much thing to decorate, so we will skip the step 5 as well. Now do shift enter. I did a typo over here. So it's typo error, just remove it, sorry for that. Now do shift enter and you will find that we will get the same plot which we have seen. So this way you can easily generate the pair plot with the help of Seaborn library, and this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. So in the next session onwards we are going to look into deviation plot, and we will discuss about the diverging bars and their significance. So on this note I am stopping over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.